FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the senator.
I take it he was agreeable?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic.
This plague, the rioting is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let it spill over to the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world. But the world left them behind long ago. We are the future.
We have other problems.
UNATCO?
Formed by executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He relocated to Vandenberg.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience, and their ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The augmentation project?
Among other things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months. My people will continue to report on its progress. Necessarily, the primary will be terminated.
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon, orderly, a new age. Aquinas spoke of the mythical city on the hill. Soon, that city will be a reality, and we will crown its king.
I am so proud.
Your car is everything. Your taxi, your moving van, your baby. And for over 30 years, AutoZone has had the parts you can count on to keep it going. But parts are just part of what we do. We're part buddy, part mentor, part of the American way of doing things. So whether you're Mr. DIY or a master mechanic, AutoZone has your back. Parts are just part of what we do. Get in the zone. AutoZone. Your car.
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Midnight in the Morning. I even made a nice little logo there. Look at that. Production value at its finest. I am your host for the evening, for the morning, whatever fuck time it is. Who even knows anymore? It's one long day. I live in Silent Hill now. The ash falling from the sky like snow. It's bizarre. It's downright bizarre. I don't even know. I haven't quite processed it all yet. They're coming for me. Oh, shit. I'm going to turn that down. That's apparently pretty loud. But that's soundboard. Yes, that's right. The soundboard is already connected. Now I notice that YouTube chat isn't on screen. Can I fix that? There we go. All right. So where do we even begin, folks? I got a bunch of stuff we can take a look at. A few news stories that you guys might find interesting, like Dr. Phil asking people to stop calling him daddy. That'll be funny to take a look at. And then whatever comes up, you know how it is. I'll keep an eye on chat. I'm sure nothing's been going on. Nothing at all. Nothing worth commenting on. It's just 2020. Not half, but a sizable portion of the country is literally on fire. And at least last time when the entire state was on fire, a lot of people's crops went up in flames, so everyone was at least sedated. It doesn't seem to be the case this time. Unfortunately, but what can you do? So I'm thinking, we set up the grift. I already I sent a message, a second one, to our friend over at Rebel Media, Ezra Levant, and we're going to get that GoFundMe money. We're going to grift the fuck out of these pricks. Both sides. That's right, I'm going to play both sides, chat. You and we're going to run all the way to the fucking bank, right? So I'm going to get our boys, we're going to set me up. We're going to frame it as a way to help right-wingers or own the liberals. That's usually a good way of doing it. It's going to be real. Okay, so anyway, all sarcasm and thinly veiled saltiness aside, just a lot going down. There is a video featuring beloved figure Gavin Newsom, and I just wanted to take a look at this because this is strange. It's like the mentality of people like this is that because climate change makes it hotter outside, fires happen. No, you asshole. You might not be responsible. You might not have lit the fires yourself, but your job as governor makes this your fuck up. As in, the consequences of incompetence and neglect throughout the state is your responsibility. And even if it's not your fault, it is your job to take care of it. And here he is on TV, just laughing. Just look at his body language. Look at this fucking prick's body language as he delivers this sermon about climate change.
If you do not believe in science, I hope you believe in observed evidence. You walk around this community, you walk around this park around Lake Oroville, you see the reality, a reality that is set in this state in very indelible ways, and that is we're in the midst of a climate emergency. 3.154 million acres burned as of this morning, close to 3.2 million acres burned in the last number of months here in the state of California.
All right, I'm showing you guys the wrong clip. My apologies. I have it ready. Let's. I got so distracted. I wanted to show that AutoZone commercial because it is good, if I don't mind saying so myself. So here's this real quick. Just look at the glee on this motherfucker's face. Let's watch the Twitter version. The Twitter crop was really good. This is some wild shit, man. Okay. Yeah, there we go. It's okay, man. Some of these stories are gonna they will elicit a slight chuckle from you, dare I say. Bring this up. Here we are. From the Hill, courtesy of the Hill.
Debate is over around climate change. Just come to the state of California. Observe it with your own eyes. It's not an intellectual debate. It's not even debatable. We're in the midst of a climate emergency.
This all happened because you didn't believe in climate change.
Crisis.
You stupid motherfucker. This is what he sounds like to me. You dumb motherfuckers refuse to believe in science. That's why, it was a nice lifestyle you had here. Nice livelihood. Be terrible if we had to come in and remind you that you didn't pay what you owe. You didn't pay the fucking piper. We needed more money in those scientists' pockets. Scientists. These researchers. They need to conduct more studies. If only you had thrown more of your tax dollar. Well, I'm not in charge of that, asshole. That's your job. How is this even my fault or our fault? You motherfucker. Like, just look at this. Look at his body language. First of all, great clip. Good job. And it's not The Hill. This is The Hill. They're a left-leaning publication. So the very fact they edited this thinking it makes him look great. But just look at the glee.
This perfect.
As he lectures everybody. I'm going to mute him because I don't want to listen to it. But look at the glee for which he speaks. How jovial he is. And here's the other thing, Chad. You notice he's not wearing a mask. He's barely 6 feet away from this guy. These two gentlemen who were smart enough to realize they're walking into Silent fucking Hill. There's goddamn there's all sorts of shit in the air. And this dude has the audacity, the own recklessness of his own behavior to disregard experts, to disregard science, and show he's like, well, these particles aren't going to give me cancer. I'm not going to get asbestos from this. Heaven forbid, Chad, if anything bad were to happen, if he started having trouble breathing after going out there like this and not even for his own just common sense, wearing a mask like the two gentlemen standing close to him. What a fucking idiot. Anybody here within like a 200-mile radius right now is wearing a mask when they go outside because the air quality is awful. And here's this guy lecturing everybody on science when he doesn't even have the common fucking sense to wear a mask during a statewide fire. Get a load of this guy, chat. Get a fucking load. Rich. It's Rich hearing this asshole go on about this. So, let's play this one more time. Just look at this shit. I'll even turn you back on.
Over. This perfect storm. The debate is over around climate change. Just come to the state of California. Observe it with your own eyes. It's not an intellectual debate. It's not even debatable.
And there you have it, chat. Switch back over to this. Now, I just remembered something I threw together. Threw together this nice little GIF here. So that way we can think of what Gavin is currently thinking about. Like, look at that. He's laughing, having a good time. Funny to him. It's hilarious. And you know, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. I'm sure he's laughing all the way from wherever he's at. I mean, I don't need to put it. I don't need to make it transparent. We'll deal with that later. Just fuck this guy. I am so mad. Thank you, Richard. I was having difficulty putting together and my thoughts and articulating my frustration in an accurate fashion. I am so mad. I'm seething, chat. Fucking this should have been called the Cope stream, to be quite honest with you. What a shit show. And from there, we will touch on. I'm just gonna go through these stories in sequential order as far as I have the tabs together. So, way she goes. Let's get into this first one here. Just when we thought it couldn't get any worse, now get a load of it. Just admire the sheer chutzpah, right? Wear their name's jewelry made out of shattered glass. How cheap this jewelry is to produce, right? Made out of broken glass. The Brianna, the Elijah for $480. The Elijah for $480. The one I like though is the Tanisha, which is on sale. Let me zoom out so you guys can see it. Okay, well, for some reason it keeps self-correcting in size. And the Trayvon for $95. We have jewelry made out of like the cheapest possible resources. Like what a grip. This right here, I need to start thinking like this. This is brilliant. What a shit show. Fix this. Okay, fuck. Well, I have it specifically set to Twitter's crop. There we go. The Tanisha, $155. It's on sale. Clearance. Everything must go. You know, I just don't know why we don't have the Trayvon Martin or whoever it was, the official Arizona iced tea. Oh man, yeah, what a shit show indeed. But we'll move on. I just wanted to share that with you. A nice little campaign promotion for Mr. Newsom. You know, why not? Throughout the time that we've spent on this earth, we kept asking why, and I'm asking why not, or maybe why not why. I lost track. Think 2020's natural disasters are wild? Experts say worst is yet to come. Now, I saw this one, and I immediately knew what the direction was. Same thing as Gavin Newsom. Hey, you haven't believed in science enough, okay? You and your group of Northern Californians just refuse to acknowledge science, so we're going to have to make things difficult for you. It's terrible what happened to this great state, and it just keeps going up in flames until you guys finally do what we want you to do. You're not liberal enough. You know, but folks, this is why we vote. You know, because if I didn't vote for if I didn't have to settle for some fucking neocon and reluctantly give them my R card, right? If I didn't do that, it would be way worse. Don't you love democracy, chat? I thought we loved democracy in our fucking republic. And yes, I'm using the word democracy ironically. It's weird I have to point that out now, but I always see shit that Someone will be like, hey, buddy, we live in a republic. Yeah, I fucking know. I'm making fun of these assholes who call it a democracy. A democracy, quotes. You know, anyway. Sometimes I feel that some people are incapable of picking up on cues. It can be frustrating at times, but never lose sight on the important things, chat. Like refusing to socialize. You're not allowed to go to parties. YouTubers known as Nelk Boys, after hosting an open arms gyms protest and partying their way through LA, are now traveling to colleges, encouraging students to ignore COVID restrictions to party. Team YouTube. If a creator's off-platform behavior harms our ecosystem, we take action to protect the community. We suspended Nelk from the partner program because they encouraged large numbers of people to disregard social distancing guidelines, creating a large public health risk. You know, I'd love it if they started coming after, like, I don't know, there are politicians with YouTube channels out there, right? And they're going to large gatherings to shake hands when they don't need to. You guys should be, if anybody should be able to do their job from home, it's these fucking overpaid pricks. This is it, chat. Here it is. I said earlier it begins and someone corrected me. It continues. No, this particular era, this very, very specific part of our future is beginning. I hope everything's working with the chatbot. I don't know why it doubles up. What can you do? Oh, and I've seen a few of these. Here, I got one ready right over here. Now, this could be like a lighting effect. Yeah, there we go. This could be a lighting effect of some sort. But if I'm being quite honest with you, it looks like a gigantic laser beam fired from outer space. I'm not saying that's what it is, but to me, if you were to show me this picture and you were to say, what does that look like to you? Holy fuck, boys! It looks like God's taking a piss right on California. That's what it looks like to me. And pissing on the flames. To be quite honest with you, this is a time where I would agree with him. This is fair sentiment. Piss on those flames, buddy. I don't think you'll ever be able to put them out, but I believe in you. And I've heard people talk about the energy weapons. It's something I've always heard about, and I've always kind of laughed about. I don't really buy into it necessarily, but it is part of the established lore for California's fires. And here's just a map, of what we're looking at. Get a load of all the fires. At what point do you go, what the fuck is happening? What caused all of this? Now, I know nature happens sometimes, but at what point does it seem like there is some sort of organized arson? There's something's going on. That's a lot of fire, man. And look, it could be a concentrate. It could be a lot of things. I don't want to assume what the motive might be, but if I were to speculate, right, it could be natural. That's scenario number one. Scenario number two is that there are agitators that are just doing agitated arsonism, and then some vigilantes just random arsonist thrown in there. Four is that it was something that has been organized by some group that is looking to capitalize on an insurance scam. And I said that on Twitter, and I was kind of being half. I think the chances of that are fairly low. But wouldn't you know it, the discussion, I wanted to point this out. What's been in the air lately has been people trying to get out of this state. At least the people I hear talking about random things, everybody's trying to leave. So mysteriously, right when the frustration and all of that, right when it's at its peak, suddenly everything goes up in flames. It's just a little too perfect. So I don't know what to tell you, chat. It's pretty crazy. But at least we have this. Get a load of this. It's small things in life, right? You type in brick power slide into YouTube, they know who you're talking about. You drop the name brick power slide, they go, oh, I know that guy. Oh yeah, this dude right here. A lot of people have problems finding their channel in the YouTube algorithm, and it's as shitty as things can go. At least YouTube knows what's up. Oh shit, the power slide guy? Fuck yeah, I know him. Yeah, here you go, buddy. And then just to finish up this segment here, shit, here we go again. No better way of putting it. No better way of putting it. Alright. Close out some of these tabs. Alright. Now, where's a good one? This is a good one. Dr. Phil told his TikTok followers to stop calling him daddy because it's a little weird. Now, at least Dr. Phil is the type of person that would do that and say, or see that and go, okay, guys, can you stop? It's kind of creeping me out. Debate flamenco on who's more autistic. Well, the difference is I haven't been diagnosed with autism, so I believe that is checkmate, ma'am. Dr. Phil McGraw. I didn't know his last name was McGraw. Is honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Following the popular "You Have to" TikTok trend, Dr. Phil told his fans on the app to stop calling him daddy. I hate to break it to you, but I ain't your daddy. And your real daddy, probably getting his feelings hurt. Aww. Well, that's very nice of him. Wholesome Dr. Phil. $1 billion Lululemon under fire for promoting racist capitalism. Clothing company went public in 2007 and is valued at $45 billion. Commentators mocked Canadian firm for hypocrisy. See, the Canadian headquartered international company valued at $45 billion suggested participants will be able to learn how, quote, gender constructs across the world have informed culture and the ways violent colonialism has erased these histories to enforce consumerism. Oh shit, boys. They're finally coming for the communists. They're going to shut these shops down. We got a Guardian article seething in outrage. Oh man, I am ever so excited. I'm sure the standard will be applied to them very, very fairly. But we have another story here for you guys. My Pillow Guy says he may sue Anderson Cooper for calling him a snake oil salesman. Now that I will have to say, that's one hell of a person to call a snake oil salesman. The guy who sells a fucking pillow. How in the fuck do you go on like cable television and go, you know that guy who makes the pillows? Yeah, he's a fucking phony. He doesn't really make pillows. Those aren't even real pillows that he's posing with, don't you know? Snake oil pillows just can't even get a good snake oil pillow anymore. I heard that pillow sucks. I don't know. I do not have one, nor do I have interest in picking one up. He did run a fake sales scam. No way, really? This guy? Let's see, not only does he buy a ton of airspace on Fox, the MyPillow guy has also become a semi advisor to Donald Trump. Well, at least, you know, his head's in the right place. He's whispering into Donald Trump's ear promises of a pillow that'll give him the sleep he needs. Okay, so his attorney sent CNN a letter threatening to sue Cooper unless he retracted his claim that Lindell was a snake oil salesman for pushing oleandrin. It's part of like oleander, okay, which is a word that doesn't get used often enough. The letter further read, while I'm fully aware that Cooper's sarcastic, mocking, derisive, and demeaning tone, attitude, and facial expression towards Mr. Lindell are not legally actionable, I have complete confidence that Cooper's false and defamatory accusations are actionable. Holy fuck, we're gonna get him, boys. This dude, the pillow guy, is gonna take down the fucking one of the families. He's coming for him. Watch your ass, Anderson. On here. Got to turn off vibration. Bear with me just a second, chat. He has my support. Me too, man. Me too. I hope he wins. So here's another story that just makes you go, why? Michael Cohen launches a podcast. Rosie O'Donnell is his first guest. That bar is getting really fucking low, isn't it, folks? Why is it that all these, like is politics so bad? Is a law career so bad you have to start a fucking podcast? Really? I mean, I was under the assumption that podcasts were for irrelevant bastards like me. But now we get Cohen in the mix. What a pathetic tool is right. For Christ's sakes, can you imagine starting a podcast and the first person you wanted to get was Rosie O'Donnell? Not another Rakita. Oh no. Hey, by the way, has any of those, correct me if I'm wrong, chat, right? Or let me ask it as a question. Remember all these people that did a Patreon Get Woke, Go Broke video? Like the Quartering, Tim Pool. I know there were a lot of them. But they gave the update when it looked like Owen Benjamin was going to win, and then when it didn't happen that way, nobody talked about it anymore, pretending that it never even fucking happened. Does anybody else remember that? You guys remember how it was like pulling teeth trying to get an honest take from Rakita? He just suddenly was like, oh, I don't know enough about this. But he suddenly knew enough about it when Mike Cernovich was tweeting about it. You know, weird Mike, the guy with the lisp and that likes to fuck his girlfriend on her period and not shower and go to the fucking gym. That guy. The same guy that is friends with Alan Dershowitz. The same Alan Dershowitz that is a co-defendant of Jeffrey Epstein, for which Alan Dershowitz had... excuse me, my names are getting mixed up. Mike Cernovich had sued the victims of Epstein, or a victim, Virginia Giuffre, on behalf of Alan Dershowitz to get their information so they can try to run some character assassination plot. I don't know what you would call it. Do you guys remember that? Am I misremembering it? Am I correct in everything I have just said? And I'm starting to think, it is looking like this fucking ironic schizo chart in my head that I've been putting together is actually a fucking reality. Makes you wonder, huh? Makes you wonder when all of the updates about that lawsuit just like ash in the wind. Right as soon as it didn't go the way they thought it was gonna. It makes you think, man. Down the memory hole. Dax and Cernovich are buddies. I've seen a picture of them together, and I remember being absolutely blown away when this dude's running the circuit. I think he was even on the Kill stream on the Dick Show. Look at these guys dead in the fucking eye and telling him that he helped take down Epstein because I sued his victim. And forget Julie Brown and the work that she did for the Miami Herald. She put her name on the line. One of the few times I would look at a journalist and give him a thumbs up. Like, you did good. That's good work. Instead, he took her accomplishments, or tried to, and ran around the circuit on all these podcasts telling everyone he took down Epstein. When in reality, he's actually... The taking down Epstein was going after the victims of Epstein. Put the chart on screen. Well, yeah, fuck yeah. I'll have to find it again. I don't have it up on the tab. I closed it. Morning, Fish Tycoon. Good to see you. All of it really makes you think, though, doesn't it? Doesn't it? And then not one person on any of these shows fucking pressed him on it. How does this equal taking down Epstein? I don't understand. Not one person. Everyone just went on there. Hey, buddy, good job. Clap, clap, clap. You're such a brave person. It was fucking. It was. I'm running out of synonyms for bizarre, absurd, strange, eerie, weird, because I just keep having to cycle through them all. These grifters all work together behind the scenes. You know something? I used to think that I was a crazy guy for thinking shit like that. But then you really take a step back and look at it, and it seems to be pretty straightforward. Well, that's exactly it. YouTube is like how the pharmaceutical industry does not want to cure you; they want to treat you. That way, they can keep milking you for money. It's the same kind of premise. Anyway, move on to here. What we got? America is facing a monkey shortage. Now, I didn't realize that this was a resource that people actually had to look at, but here you are. There's a monkey shortage. You could have fooled me. I thought we had. Anyway, America is facing a monkey shortage as demand skyrockets for COVID-19 research. The race for a. And by the way, I'm not sure if you guys heard about this. I should have brought this up beforehand. There was an experimental vaccine that had caused some people to like some fucked up paralysis for their limbs. Let's see. Monkey shortage. The race for coronavirus vaccine to help end the pandemic has consumed scientific community and created an escalating demand for an essential resource. Monkeys. Before drug companies call on human volunteers, monkeys are used in preclinical trials to test a vaccine's safety and effectiveness. But with more than 100 vaccines in development around the world, there aren't enough monkeys to go around. This is fucked. Really, I know to test shit you kind of have to do it on animals, but imagine how just having no soul to the point that you're complaining that you don't have enough test subjects. You don't have enough fucking monkeys to test your new diseases on. Or excuse me, Freudian slip. Test your new vaccines on. We don't have enough lab rats. We don't have enough test subjects. What they're basically doing is saying, can you guys send some people for us to just jam a needle in? Should have invested in monkeys. Holy fuck, you're right, dude. Monkey coin is through the roof. Can you imagine? Well, man, I thought I was going to be out. I didn't think I was going to be able to make ends meet, but I just happened to have come into the possession of about 1,000 monkeys, and now I'm filthy fucking rich. Oh, man. How can one become a test subject for life on morphine and shit? Oh, I'm sure they can set something up, bud. But they would more likely try to get you on some sort of SSRI. That seems to be where their money is at. I knew a dude who went in there for acute anxiety. They diagnosed him with acute anxiety. He walks out with a prescription for Lexapro. And dude goes, dude, is this an anti-anxiety medicine? Yeah, it is used to treat mild anxiety, but this is an SSRI. This is a fucking, this fucks with your neural inhibitors. This is thoroughly unnecessary to give somebody. Yeah, right. If your child isn't doing homework, they must be prescribed pills. Sometimes the answer isn't always more medication. Sometimes. Really, estrogen can fight off COVID-19 in men, according to a news article I read. Well, I mean, they do say a lot in news articles. This is just a fucking weird thing to come across. We don't have enough test subjects. I just didn't know what to make of it. Thought I would share that with you. And here we have on Cameo, Joe Arpaio welcomed a furry convention to Arizona. Hours later, he learned what it was. I don't know, man. Maybe he knew. I've seen the guy. My first thought is that guy has a furry suit at home. You can just kind of tell. Yeah, you sad, bro? Here, try this antipsychotic. Yeah. It seems former Maricopa County Sheriff Joe Arpaio has found a new gig after another unsuccessful bid to public office. Gloating because I'm pretty sure that AZ Central did everything they could to torpedo his. I don't know enough about Arpaio to say whether or not I think he's a good or a bad person or a bad sheriff or a good sheriff, right? But I did see a dedicated campaign to discredit him, and it wasn't just reporting the news. It was very much, at least obvious to me, a campaign. Tough but fair. I've heard that from many people. And then we have Arpaio as a Nazi. So we've got both. Seems like we've got both sides here. But I saw this and just thought, man, I always knew he was a furry. Ooh. Yeah, the pink jumpsuits. I do appreciate the creativity. Let's see. For $30.99, users of Cameo, an app where singers, actors, and other public figures record custom video messages for a fee, they can request a personalized clip of a divisive figure saying whatever they want. Holy shit, guys. I think I'm going to have to send this guy $31. Is he almost 90? Holy shit. That is pretty old. His Tent City stuff seemed like he was getting off on the situation. I will admit, I felt like the Tent City stuff seemed a bit brutal. But yeah, confirmed furry, man. This is the face of Rainforest 2021. And I love Cameo. It's so good. All right, so with that, let's switch it up a bit. I'll play a video for you. No, do I already have? Yeah, there we go. I'll play this. I will be back. I'm going to get another cup of coffee. Hi, Noodle. And I will return. I know it's not really Noodle. I will return shortly.
Your car is everything. Your taxi, your moving van, your baby. And for over 30 years, AutoZone has had the parts you can count on to keep it going. But parts are just part of what we do. We're part buddy, part mentor, part of the American way of doing things. So whether you're Mr. DIY or a master mechanic, AutoZone has your back. Parts are just part of what we do.
Get in the zone.
AutoZone.
Hi, my name is Norman Wood, and I'm a regular American just like you. One day after a hard day's work, there was something missing from my dinner plate. Once I discovered Master P's Louisiana seasoned food product, my life took a turn for the better. Before I knew it, I was marching in the streets, chasing someone down who was carrying the American flag, and that is truly the way of the patriot. Uncle P once told me, there's no limit to success, and his new line of food products, brought to us by persons of color for all the world to enjoy, could not exemplify that greater. Across the globe, persons of color, also called POCs, work tirelessly. They almost work too hard, in fact, and it is by their relentless pursuit of a job well done that we can enjoy the fruits of their labor. Do yourself a favor next time you're in town. Pick up some of Master P's Louisiana seasoned food products. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to Black America, and it's time to pay what you owe.
That's a full-service presidential candidate. Yeah. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, look at this. We know
Hell yeah, bro.
Visit style. The office opening is complete.
Who's next? Get in here.
There we go. Welcome back, everybody. Good old Andrew Yang. Good old Andrew Yang. Bringing it through in the clutch. It was so uncomfortable, man. Even his campaign manager. Like, let's go back. Let's go back. Just look at his campaign manager going, please don't do this. And Yang is just absolutely game for it. Yang gang, remember? Oh yeah, Bloomberg. Oh fuck, that's right. Him eating with his hands just really fucked him. Yeah, it was a shit show, man. No, pancakes do sound really good. Yeah, I would. Yeah, no, Yang over Biden for sure. Anyone over that fucking dude. All right, so we got through most of those. And I think I should probably bring up that chart again so you guys can see some of this shit. And yeah, by the way, a lot of people have been pointing out, oh, this is right after Scott Wiener's epic law signed to I don't even know what other way to put it, allow pedophilia to thrive. He's basically telling everybody, well, there's no way for us to enjoy what is it? We don't feel safe as a community unless we can prey on your children, is basically the message. That's how I took it. Insanity. We could some people, I know it's been a hot topic, the Cuties movie. No, I haven't watched it. I know these disingenuous pricks. Oh, if you haven't seen the movie, you can't. I'm not going to watch the movie because I'm not a creep. That disgusts me, and I will not touch it with a 10-foot pole. You know what it sounded like? I know everyone's, well, the synopsis says that it's actually about how this is bad for children. Yeah, but if you... I've unfortunately seen a few clips that people shared to the fucking internet, and there is no justification for the type of fucking shots they had. What it sounded like is like somebody with a grade, the mentality of somebody in grade school going, "Nuh-uh, I'm actually doing the opposite of what you're accusing me of." Yeah, dude, I'm not fucking buying it. You guys are a bunch of creeps, and anybody offending that fucking movie, anybody who has anything to say about that shit other than it needs to be wiped from the face of the earth is a fucking weirdo. Period. End of story. That is how I see it. This isn't a free speech issue. This isn't different cultures. That shit is unacceptable. Period. It's not even a legal thing for me. This is unacceptable. And there's no defense of it. And I know a lot of people are going with the they're trying to be contrarian, right? Play the devil's advocate, but they're trying to do it as if it's that Reddit mentality. Well, I'm going to take the opposite opinion and then pretend that you're stupid for not having my opinion. Just absolute Reddit energy. So yeah, I've been seeing some people just refusing to just admit, just take a fucking L, man. Just take a fucking L. It's not that hard to go, yeah, I was wrong. Whew, this looks bad. Because everyone's optics are fucked. They can take the 5 seconds to go, should I say this out loud? Should I try to shill for this? Oh, fuck, looks like I was wrong. All I gotta do is say, I fucked up, my bad. And I saw that, yeah. The people who are outraged about this, it's one of like 3 arguments he picks from, right? It's either A, you're not actually helping kids by being outraged about this. Well, that's not I wasn't saying I was helping kids. I was saying this is awful. How does my criticism, well, it's not actually not saving anybody, so your criticism is invalid. What a fucking stupid thing to say. What's the other one? What's the other award-winning take I've seen from this dude? This is the dumbest shit I've ever heard. Well, that was it. If you're against this movie, you're the actual pedophile. Fucking what? You know, it was strange enough when you had Cernovich on your show and we're bowing before him and praising him as if he was the second coming of Christ. It was really weird when you decided that the hill you wanted to die on, I reiterate, the hill you wanted to die on, apparently does not like that. The hill you wanted to die on was, Digibro, this fucking dude. Do we need to listen to the Karen Farms song he made? To understand how mind-numbingly fucking retarded it was to go, yeah, this is a person who I want to come in and say, well, those are just drawings of kids. Like, without immediately going, well, that guy's banned for life. And then I haven't tuned into the kill stream in a while, right? And I tuned the fuck in, and they got this guy openly admitting to being a pedophile, and they let him stay on the show. They don't even push back. Well, I guess they don't want to, they might ruffle some feathers with their friends on the Dick Show subreddit. It's insanity. Pure fucking insanity. I'm beside myself. I'd really love to hear what Maddox. I would love to see him do a victory lap, do a little fucking what do you call it? I don't know if you call it a victory lap because at the end of the day, he's still Maddox. But it's some insane. They didn't push back on Eason either. And then when you consider everything else that has happened, right? And I've been really easy on Ralph. I know some of you might think that that's laughable. I've been incredibly easy on the guy. But I've never been so disgusted with a human being than I have been with Ethan Ralph as of the last month. The vile way for which he has treated this family, which he should at least have enough self-awareness to realize the effect that he has had on this family, and just zero amounts of self-awareness, or maybe I fucked up. But Dax, because the reason I even bring up Ralph is because he had that fucking pedophile on his show and didn't even kick him. Straight up, chat. If I had somebody on this live stream and he said, the first time he said any kid looked hot, sir, you are banned for life from being on this channel. Fuck you, you creep. Banned, kicked. They let him stick around. It's fucking outrageous, especially when you start to stack it up with the rest of the bullshit we've seen in the last few weeks. Just insane, right? But now it's known. Now we happen to be made aware because we unfortunately know way more about these people's lives than we should by no action of our own. Maybe besides browsing about it, but we didn't post the shit they did. Oh, apparently Dick Masterson's playing Cupid over here. Helping some mentally, quite frankly, a person by her own admission, on one level, she'll say she's mentally, like suicidal and all of that, suicidal all her life, and then also tell you that she's well put together and not mentally ill. So this dude facilitated the meetup between a 34-year-old man and an 18-year-old girl that was still in high school that is chronically, publicly suicidal. And then now, when you start to stack it up, right? It really starts to creep you out. And it creeps me out because I used to talk to fucking Ralph. I used to be on his show. And it disgusts me. Because you know why I was easy on Ralph? You guys want to know? I'm going to take a sip of my coffee, light up the smoke, and I'll tell you. I believed in the kill stream. I saw a lot of work, a lot of heart put into something, and I admire people who just try to make something, right? Creators, dare I say artists, people who like just to make shit. And when people try to get in the way of them expressing themselves, I think that's bullshit. So when you see a little bit of the victimhood level of it, you go, okay, I want to help these guys a little bit. Maybe make a promo for them here and there, maybe appear in the show. But I saw, quite frankly, the work that both Gator and Zidane put into the show, and it resonated with me on a level of, hey, these guys are just doing their show, and they're fun guys. when the kill stream really went off the rails, I felt that attack, like going after the kill stream brand at least, was going after Zidane, was attacking something that he helped build and something that meant something to him. At the end of the day, I didn't really give a shit about Ralph so much. Admittedly, I found him likable for a while. I still kind of like Gator. I'll admit he's kind of had some stupid takes lately, but I have no animosity for Gator. But I never really went at the kill stream. Not like they might, like I've heard Ralph say, like, no, dude, I've gone really easy on you. Notice there's not a Ethan Ralph Saltcast. You know what I mean? I really respect, for as much as you can respect an online personality, I really liked Zidane, and I wouldn't want to go after something just to tarnish something that he helped build. How can I still like Gator? I should say it's like, it's a passive like. You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to really categorize, but there's a likable guy there. But yeah, he is guarding him pretty hard, and I don't think it'll last. The way things have gone lately. So, seeing the way things have gone, like when I tuned in, because every once in a while I go, oh, this sounds like a decent debate. You know, let's tune in. Decent blood sports. And I tune in, and there's a fucking pedophile, and they don't even push back on him. It's absolutely disgraceful. Homecoming simp, I will agree with you there. Gator is enabling it. Zidane was cozy with Cernovich and Keem. You know, maybe he just didn't know. I wouldn't make this maybe I shouldn't make excuses. Maybe you're right. Yeah, Worski pushed back. Just Worski, though, as far as I can tell. Maybe I didn't stick around long enough. I couldn't handle much more of it because it made my stomach fucking turn. And then, oh yeah, here's something today. Since we're on the topic, right? You guys remember that big thing on the internet? That big, huge. Do you know what I'm talking about, chat? You know what I'm talking about, chat. The 9/11 of the internet? Well, wouldn't you know it? Do you guys remember when everyone laughed at Mundane Matt because he said that Gamergate led to Trump getting elected, basically? That was what that video was, and everyone laughed at him. Well, wouldn't you know it? On 9/11, 19 years to the day, on 9/11, the Ralph Amell himself is on InfoWars talking about how Gamergate got Trump elected. And even better, you want to know how good it gets, chat? They were fucking jannying for him in the fucking comments. Like, they were deleting comments. Oh, fuck, boys. They're gonna ruin the grift. These evil cow posters and these Kiwi Farms users. They're trying to psychologically break him, everybody. It's been a fucking wild ride. I mean, I need some form of entertainment. There isn't jack shit to watch. Sure as fucking go outside because the air's gonna kill me. Oh, holy fuck. It's been so fun. I just can't. I can't. And then I missed this, but somebody sent me like a clip of it. Dude had fucking Patrick Little on his show. Oh, man. You know, for probably the only time he's ever going to go on the kill stream, that was very underutilized. There is a proper time to bring in Patrick Little. Bring somebody from the ADL or something like that, and then you bring in Patrick Little. That's going to be a good show. Wasn't Ralph a commie feminist during the Gamergate? I believe he was a liberal, yes, as far as I know. I should probably read fucking donation. I need to learn how to be a better grifter. Do you guys know a guy? I'm trying to get Ezra Levant to hook me up, but so far I've had no luck. Okay, so we had Jordan Scott Mills with $1. What do you mean you've never heard of monkeys as a resource? Don't you always hear me saying to invest in silver and lab monkeys? Imagine being the monkey getting the fucking Gates jab first, but the shitty experimental one. Yeah, and it just really didn't land too well on the random number generator. Bad fucking luck. Rando76 with $5. Ted Cruz is wanting to start a criminal investigation into that Netflix movie Cuties. I hope it goes somewhere. Also, who's your outsider? Rift Block Chain Group. I'm not. Who's my outsider? Shit, I don't know. Not sure if that's a reference to Dishonored. Maybe. Fuck. I hope they do cancel the fuck out of that movie, man. That shit needs to be on. Wild Taria. I like that. I like the sound of that. And really, it's just a piece of property with one, like, a 3-bedroom house on it. And then if you donate thousands of dollars, you can, like, pitch a tent on the yard for a week. Timeshare, bro. Oh, man. Zero Cuck, I have noticed that. And then Jordan Scott Mills with another buck. Rename this the bus stream, because this is where Wild throws Ralph under it and rides it into a good distance away from that dumpster fire. Being from LA, I can tell you either tacitly support pedophilia or you get nowhere. Dick's just not stepping on any toes. Yeah, but imagine being afraid of offending the pedophiles. You know what I mean? It seems like a pretty shitty line to try and toe. By the way, are the settings... I changed the video bitrate. It should be higher. I think we're streaming in 1080p now. You'll have to check, but I do believe we are. So, I guess with that, we can get into some of these allegations that the fires are, in fact, arson. Just bring up this clip of Gavin once more. Boy, Gavin. My brother from another mother.
This perfect storm. The debate is over around climate change. Just come to the state of California. Observe it with your own eyes. It's not an intellectual debate. It's not even debatable. We're in the midst of a climate emergency. We're in the midst of a climate crisis. We are experiencing weather conditions the likes of which we've never experienced in our lifetime. We're experiencing what so many people predicted decades and decades ago, but all of that now is reality.
That's another great screenshot. Yeah, it's just so stupid. It's hotter outside, therefore everything's magically catching on fire. Oregon authorities open arson probe into deadly wildfire. And yes, these I'm assuming this isn't doctored, because I've gotten a few personal photos that people have taken and sent to me, like in real life, in my real offline life. And yeah, the sky is fucking blood red. As if they've got... And I have a filter over, I just realized, so it's not as red as it is on my end. Yeah, make it turn orange, right? I saw a Babylon Bee post where it says Trump visited at San Francisco and no one could see him because it was orange. Fucking insanity. Like, we've literally entered into hell. It was already bad. Arson investigators have opened a probe into the suspicious origins of a deadly Oregon wildfire that began in the town of Ashland and destroyed hundreds of homes in nearby communities. Aw, damn it. Look at that. Well, police, time to wrap up. Police, you don't even need to look into it because Snopes said it's false. Let's see, what else do we got? Verify. No, Antifa didn't start the wildfires in Oregon. So, this is what we're going to see, folks. We're going to see journalists doing the investigating, and the police can just stay at home. It looks like The Divide and Fallout New Vegas. And outside, no shit. I took some photos and some videos, so 2 nights ago, there was so much ash falling from the sky at night that pulling out my phone, if I put the flash on, it looked like a blizzard. Maybe it was Umbrella Man, probably, man. Who knows? He was going to need to bring an umbrella. A rumor about 6 members of Antifa setting fires in southern Oregon has been debunked by multiple police agencies this week. Okay, well that's good. It would be to man arrested charged with arson in connection with southern Oregon fire. What? Wait a minute. I thought I just heard you told at Snopes. What the fuck? You said it was false. Southern Oregon man is accused of arson in connection with a fire that has destroyed or caused major damage to several towns in Jackson County. So according to Medford police, this is a made-up graphic and story. We did not arrest this person for arson, nor anyone affiliated with Antifa or the Proud Boys, as we have heard throughout the day. So consider me fact-checked. Jackson County Sheriff's Office said in a news release Friday afternoon that on Tuesday evening, a resident of Phoenix saw a person later identified as Bekela lighting a fire behind their house on Quail Lane. Because there was an impending blaze, the residents who saw him set the fire had to flee their home. Officials say 500 people remain unaccounted for. That's tragic. Burned more than 500 or 5,700 acres. More than 2,000 residents have lost their homes. Damn climate change. I guess we should have believed in science. If only we voted more blue, right? Or red. Isn't that how we get things? We write the laws by just voting blindly, right, chat? What a fucking week it's been. No joke. The first week this fire went on, I got like maybe 20 minutes of sleep every night. Or like it was like 20 minutes of sleep every few hours because I had the fire maps open and just refreshing, and I'm just watching as it gets closer and closer. It's fucking unreal, man. I wish I could say that having dealt with it once it made it easier, but that's still having that sense of impending doom is a bit unreal. Where are we at? It's been an hour. We'll just hang out for a while. Dude, leave. Well, here's the thing. It's not as simple as leaving when you don't have family or you don't have anybody to move in with. When you've had to use all the money you make to pay for the rising cost of everything. Like, I don't just have a bunch of money. I can't just pick up and go. I don't have anywhere to go if I could. I'm looking into trying to leave, just like everybody else in the state, but it's not as simple as just picking up and going when you don't have much to your name. Thank you, California. I don't know, man. Draw your own conclusions. Go back to your reservation. Bro, I'm not, I don't have a roll call number. So, perpetual sense of doom. So yeah, the plan is, that's why I've been saving up, but the plan is to get out of here and buy a piece of property in a nicer state, or a place where I don't have to worry constantly about a natural disaster being called climate change and destroying the entire everything. So, left 7 years ago, great move. Yeah, everyone I hear that leaves the state is super happy and is basically going, come on, buddy, like, you can do it. You can leave too. Come, it's fine. The water's fine down here. By the time you move, they'll start pulling hijinks where you go. Yep, with your luck. No shit, though. You're probably right. Do a GoFundMe. First of all, I'm not good at that sort of thing. Like networking and moving that shit around, first of all. And second, I didn't do it the first time everything went on fire because it just felt so soulless. But I realize now that none of these people that are doing the GoFundMes anyway are like, I don't know. That's not something I really want to do. Joking, like I'll joke about it, like Ezra, set me up a GoFundMe, you fucking prick. You know, that I find that kind of funny. But actually setting up a GoFundMe, I don't know about accepting money just because I'm a victim. You know what I mean? Like, doing a show where I have donations enabled is already like skirting the line of what I'm comfortable with. And the way I see it is just people saying, hey, here's a tip. Thank you for entertaining me for an hour, you know? So I'm comfortable with that. It's the equivalent of a performance artist having a hat in front of him while he plays the guitar. So I think that's fine. But doing a GoFundMe where I'm just begging for people's money, that just seems so soulless. Oh yeah, I did see the CRP thing. I caught some of Josh's stream, which I wish I probably should go back and watch it because Mad at the Internet's a decent show. I think it's okay. One of the better shows out of a lot of the ones that are around these days. Josh is a decent host. But that having been said, that was the reason I caught the CRP clip. Now, I didn't see this, and I'm probably the friendliest with Coach out of everyone on this side of the internet. I'll still bring him on. You know, it's not necessarily an endorsement. I enjoy hearing from him occasionally, and also I don't really see him talking to many other people on this side of the internet gutter. So I do like having him around every so often, but I did see his clip where he was basically saying that Jim got cancer because he failed to be a Gamergate leader, and I laughed pretty hard at that. That was pretty good. And as the universe does to check one's ego when it might do something buffoonish. I don't know if that's an actual word, but dude, so mad. Dude broke his leg. In like a skydiving accident or something, which that fucking sucks, right? That fucking sucks. But optically, I even told a friend of mine that doesn't really follow this stuff, and I explained that video followed by the breaking of his leg, and went, man, karma acts fucking fast these days, doesn't it? That's tough. But yeah, shit. What else could we get into, chat? I haven't been doing much. I haven't been. It feels weird when it's like I should make a video and I start writing a script and I go, fuck, this doesn't matter. Who gives a shit? I don't think you're the only one player. But yeah. Just a lot going on in the world these days. But been a weird couple of months. I guess we're just dabbing on California at this point. But I do have intention of leaving. But I'm not going to leave because of the fire. The fire comes and gets me. Fuck it. But YOLO, boys. We're doing YOLO strats. I'm going to try to use herd immunity against the fire and see how it plays out. Let's see. I added a few bosses, by the way. See where are we at? 70 minutes. Yeah, definitely. If any of you guys are on the West Coast and you have a fire near you, wear a mask. Weird that I am now advising you all to wear masks, but definitely wear a mask. Yeah, well, Walker, I will say that I have no interest in leaving necessarily because of the politics. It's mostly the cost of living. I think you're going to run into that shit no matter where you go. I kind of hope not. Have you picked a state yet? Not the one that sticks out to me was Iowa. I don't know, or Ohio. Excuse me, not Iowa. Ohio. Something about Ohio sounds really nice. Yeah, I sold out to the mask investors or manufacturers. Let's see, we had $1 from Jordan Scott Mills. Bro, just work on the slopes or on a resort for 4 to 6 months. Make a shit ton of money, save it up. It ain't hard, retard. You're just a pussy scared of change. I left a year ago and I'm smoking weed while cleaning my gun right now. I am trying to see where you're coming from and agree, but I disagree. It isn't easy. I picked up and created a life in another place before. It wasn't easy then, and I had a significant amount of assistance financially at the time. So where I'm at now, I can't just like pick up and go. I really can't. So, say you needed money to buy a new PC for streaming. I do have. I hate to give myself away because you're probably right, but I recently built the PC I'm using, so the one I'm using is pretty good already. So the plan, like I said, the plan is to leave. Who knows when I'll be able to do that, but by the looks of it, it probably won't be too much longer. Then we had Rando67 with Buck. Sorry, I was asking, who do you think is part of the sphere that Cernovich, Styx, and Teddy Spaghetti are orbiting? That's a good question. I could think on that for a minute. Who is the puppet master? Who's the one behind all of this? I've been trying to figure that out for a while. Like who's the one in charge? Who's the one sending out the orders? I guess I'm not Kuma. The player 920, Milo would be my guess as well. Gamergate. It always leads back to Gamergate, man. And you know, speaking of Gamergate, I know we talked about it earlier, but it's real weird. Well, weird isn't the right word, but I remember a certain somebody always raging whenever somebody brought up Gamergate. Stop bringing up Gamergate. And then they go on to do an interview on InfoWars and bring up Gamergate. Just kind of funny. Yeah, boy, does it fucking rain. Milo could be the ringleader. And here's the thing. Remember, Milo had alleged that he has a contact at the FBI. And when you consider the, like, this is a full schizo post, by the way, but when you have that in mind, and all of this gay cabal and everything they're up to, it's starting to look a little organized. I don't know, man. I'm quite vocal that this is just a crazy theory. I don't think there's anything to it, and I'm mostly just fucking around. There's probably not any careful organization. Mostly, and I say that because the players involved are not really capable of having such a thorough system. Kevin Duggan with $4.99. The Council for National Policy is at war with we the people, is my guess. There's probably some fucking, I don't know, some office or department that deals with like internet shenanigans. They have somebody compromised, I'm sure. Milo has contact. He is the contact. That could be true too. I mean, as soon as he said, I have or I'll be talking with my contact at the FBI, that immediately says more to me than anybody else ever could. And maybe he just meant he just had a guy he talks to for the case. Maybe that's what he meant. I'd rather not chance it. Yeah, that's kind of the frustrating thing, right? Is they all became the very thing they criticized. I mean, stare into the abyss stares back into you. What do I think about JMK? The people's champ. Kind of like the Crash Holly of internet blood sports, right? I haven't heard about him until I heard him, on Hejaz with Stretch and Ear Juice. And Ear Juice, I fucking love Ear Juice. I don't know much about Stretch, but Ear Juice is good people. I like Ear Juice. But I tuned in randomly. I forget where I got the link, but I came across it. And it was just him telling this guy, yeah, man, you're the people's champ. You got to go out there and confront. It was great. Because he was the whole time going, are you doing a bit? Are you fucking with me? It's like, nah, man, I'm not doing a bit, but he was. So it was just funny watching him kind of blow smoke up his ass. But I have followed him since then. Like, I didn't know about Gamergate stuff involving him. This is the first I've ever heard of him. And then his stuff, again, the posting about Vickers and Discord that he did. And what? I wish this character was around sooner. Like, God damn it. We missed opportunity. This guy should have been around 2 years ago. This guy would have been fucking amazing for the Kumite. Are you kidding me? That would have been good shit. Yeah, long enough to be a monster and all that. Exactly. Let's see. Other than that, that's just my take on him. That's all I got. That's my only opinion. is, wow, this guy would have been really fun when this was thriving a while back, because he seems like he likes to get worked up. My ear juice with that clout. Yeah, boy. I'm not sure if they're... I've been, like, absent from the internet mostly. But I'm not sure if they're still doing their show, but if they are, you should give it a shot. I haven't tuned in, so I can't tell you whether or not it's good, but I will say give the guy a chance. Give the show a chance. Let's see. We all know who Q really is. Sargon. Can you imagine it really being Q? Like Sargon smugly chuckling all the way across Boomer fucking Facebook? Now that would be a good time. Kevin Duggan with $49.99. Stay safe, Wild. Dude, thank you. That's very, very generous of you, and I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I hope it turns out all right. I'm going to keep my spirits up. I'm not going to worry. And I think, dare I say, I have the resolve. Thank you. I'm going to make sure that fire here is Warski telling that fire to stay the fuck back. Social distance to the inferno. Yeah, I'm officially hood rich now, so. I rule the fucking world! I do now. Oh, man. I miss doing streams. I really have. These are always really cozy. Just hang out for a bit and tell you about shit that I've seen. Man. Dead air. Whoa, Kimosabi. I am so mad. But yeah, I think I might. Somebody had asked me yesterday. They're like, "Hey, how do you feel about the 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time time slot for a stream?" I said, "You know what? I'll give it a shot." So 7 a.m. Pacific, 10 a.m. Eastern. I might start doing more streams in this time slot. I'm a little bit more awake. I'm more of a morning person these days. I'm becoming a literal boomer. The modern version of walking around in your bathrobe with a fucking newspaper. Cheers, Z. Thank you, man. But yeah, it's fucking nuts. Black Science Man told me Star Trek is real. Anyway. Guest said he was 33 years old. It's always 33, isn't it? But yeah, with that, I think good place to end it. So I don't know what here's the thing, Chad. I always feel that if I don't have a story to tell you or a thing to say or like a series of things to laugh at, that I shouldn't do a stream. I think I'll just go live anyway, and we'll just wing it. Fuck it. So yeah, you guys all have a nice Saturday morning / afternoon / evening. Let me see, make sure all of that's go. That gonna work? Let's see. Let's check. That would explain why I had the chat off the screen there. We got the credits going. And I've been a bit, I guess you could say, lazy in regards to clipping out Midnight Crockpot, which is at a new time, 5 p.m. Pacific. I think that's the right time, right? 5 p.m. Pacific time. We'll figure it out. But you can follow the show I do with Davey Crocko over on this channel here. We have the Discord where you can send us a bunch of shit. And you can catch the Midnight Crockpot on Spotify and in iTunes. Did it work? It did. There we go. I need to fix I'm lying in chat. It's actually Sunday, or it's actually Tuesdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time. I do have to fix that. Never mind that thing. Anyway, have a nice weekend, everybody. A nice Saturday. Stay safe out there. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll see you maybe tomorrow. No, not even maybe tomorrow. I'll be here tomorrow, same time, 7 a.m. Pacific time, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, Take care, everybody.